If you've been in a constant cycle of trying to shift body fat, build muscle, and feel sharp again, this is the exact video for you. By the end of this video, you'll have complete clarity on what you need to do to transform the way you look, move, and feel every single day, so you can finally feel proud of the man staring back in the mirror. I've used this exact method to help over 120 fellas shred 20 plus pounds of body fat, rebuild the confidence, gain 15 plus pounds of muscle mass, and do it all without sacrificing the work, family, or social life. Take Phil, he dropped 38 kilo in 10 months and completely changed his life. Then there's Corey, packed on 12 kilo muscle in 8 months, revealed a physique most will call unreachable in that time. He went through the prime phase where he built 12 kilo and then we peeled it all back to allow him to go on holiday in the best shape of his life. Jay dialed it in and cut from 14% body fat down to 6%, taking things to a whole new level for where he wanted to be, where he wanted his physique to go, and where he wanted his health and fitness to go in the long term as well. Mike came in lost, drained. Now we've rebuilt his mindset, physique, and identity from the ground up. He now walks around with confidence and he's really proud of the man that he is. Stepping in front of a camera for the first ever time to do a photo shoot and really going out of his comfort zone. Imagine waking up energized, driven, and feeling like the fella who's got purpose again. No more dragging yourself through the day or second guessing how you look. You walk in the room with quiet confidence, knowing you're showing up as the man your family looks up to and the man you're proud to be. And the way that the transformation real is through my proven method, the FORTIFY Signature System, built specifically for busy fellas who want to build the dream physique by shredding fat, building lean muscle mass, and feeling sharp again without flipping their entire life upside down and living in the gym doing hours and hours of cardio or spending hours and hours of time in the kitchen on a Sunday meal prepping. I've been exactly where you are, stuck, unmotivated, and drifting through life on autopilot. Released from professional football at 19, it felt like the world had ended because that was all I ever knew. When I was in school, any teacher that questioned me, whatever I was doing, I always told them I was going to be a professional footballer, no matter what. So I didn't need to put any time or effort into my work. And then when I got released at 19, my world ended. I had nothing to fall back on. I had no money in the bank. I was completely lost with the person that I was. From there, I ended up bricklaying, working 60 hours a week, but also running my own football coaching business on the side, which I was very, very proud of and really excited to do. But I was tied to having no time for myself and no time to train, prioritize what I needed to prioritize. So I was caught in a cycle of not actually seeing any progress because I wasn't giving myself the time back that I needed. I was training at 5 in the morning and going through weeks, going through training blocks without any real structure, which left my physique, energy, and confidence going nowhere fast. Then one day I was standing on a beach in Thailand and I just knew I wanted more from life. I wanted to wake up feeling fulfilled, energized, and in shape. That same day, I made a decision that changed everything. I dropped £1,500 on a personal training course, money that could have kept me in paradise for longer, another 2 to 3 months at least. But I knew I had a bigger purpose and I wanted to help. And before I could do that, I had to prove it to myself first. For the next 6 months, I went all in, working tirelessly to qualify whilst also getting the football business back up and running. Just about making ends meet, literally making ends meet, not much money coming in at all, but I was putting all of my time into building myself and building myself into being the best coach that I possibly could be. Whilst doing this, that's when Fortify became alive because I went through the exact system that I now take fellas through. And I know how it happens. I know the real struggles. I know what the real wins start to look like over time. Inside the Fortify Signature System, I guide fellas through the Fortify four-stage framework, a proven roadmap to take you from stuck to thriving. Stage one is the foundation phase. We build structure, routines, and early wins, focusing on habits and really just trying to knuckle down on nutrition and training fundamentals. Stage two, prime. We tighten habits, smarter with our efforts, and then we'll see the results start to stack on top of each other. Stage three, we go into the elevate phase. This is a high level execution where we sharpen our body, we sharpen the physique, and our mindset is starting to get to where it needs to be to have that long lasting change. Stage four, this is autonomy where fellas regain control and start to have an input and a say in what they would like to do with the training, the nutrition on a weekly or on a daily basis. This is for adaptability and long term freedom for life beyond the program. So, as you can see, we work through a four-stage framework that gets you from foundation, prime, and elevate all the way into the thrive phase where you're doing things by yourself on autopilot and you're in a very, very successful position. Now, this is the exact framework Jay's followed to drop 35 kilo body fat and get his life back on track. When Jay came to me, he had little to no confidence, zero self-belief in what he was doing, and he didn't actually have an understanding of how he was going to transform from being 35 to 40 kilo overweight to feeling happy and healthy within himself again. When Spencer came to me, we put a framework in place that was going to allow him to build 6 kilo of lean muscle mass whilst excelling his rugby career. A semi-professional rugby player who knew there was bottlenecks in his training, bottlenecks in his nutrition that needed solved, needed figured out so he could start thriving and performing to the standard that he knew he was capable of. And then we look at myself. I followed this exact framework to get shoot lean and drop 16 kilo body fat in 16 weeks whilst building my business from the ground up. Within this wasn't about extreme diets. This wasn't about sacrificing life. Over that 16 weeks, I was still able to enjoy holidays. I was still able to enjoy food, but I was doing it in an enjoyable way with a proven system that works completely for fellas like me and like you. Because I am exactly like the fellas that I work with, and I'm equal to them. We are all on the same playing field. If you're still watching, I'm guessing this sounds familiar. Carrying stubborn belly fat you can't shift, second guessing everything you eat, falling apart at weekends and blaming the job or the lads that you're with, training hard with no results, feeling embarrassed, tired, or stuck in a rut, and saying you'll start again Monday for the 15th time. The truth is, you're not lazy and you're certainly not broken. You've just never had a system that actually works for your life. Fortify isn't for everyone. If you're looking for shortcuts or someone to hold your hand, this certainly isn't for you. Inside Fortify, we play by a different set of rules. Structure creates freedom. You build routine or you stay stuck in chaos. Progress over perfection. You don't need perfect. You need consistent behaviors over time. Own your own standard. You make time or you make excuses. You choose. Discipline over motivation. You don't wait for it. You create it by taking action on a daily basis and following the structure that is in front of you. Confidence comes from promises kept. You either show up or you start over, no in between. Respect is earned through action, honesty, and effort. That's the exact way that we do it inside of Fortify. So, how do we actually make this happen? It's simple. We give you a plan, we give you the tools, and we give you the accountability to follow through. Using the Fortify Training Blueprint, personalized training plan that removes guesswork and gives you total confidence in the gym. Progressive strength pathway, a clear strength progression system that builds muscle, power, and long-term results without stalling. The Fortify Fuel Formula is a flexible nutrition framework designed to get you leaner, stronger, without restriction or confusion. And we utilize the everyday eat system, a simple real life approach to eating that works at home, weekends, and for nights out. Then we use the momentum map, a daily habit system that installs structure, discipline, and consistency into your day to day routine. And then we have the accountability engine, a layered accountability system that keeps standards high and execution locked in. Following this, we also implement the Fortify feedback loop, a progress tracking system that removes emotion, proves what's working, and drives momentum and gets us moving forward. You'll learn the why, not just to be told the what. So when the coaching ends, the results don't, and you continue your own journey and you continue to progress long after the Fortify Signature System has been instilled into your lifestyle. This is the exact process Kyle used to shift 23 kilo body fat and head on holiday feeling like himself again. Previously to this, he would walk around on holiday in vests, in t-shirts, and be afraid to take his top off. Lost all confidence, but we got him back to his very, very best. The same process Ryan followed to go from hoping to run a sub 4 hour marathon to actually smashing a 3 hour 20 marathon in 24-degree heat. We made sure his training was built around him specifically as a very, very busy farmer. His time was limited, and we had to look at different factors that were coming in on a weekly basis. Also, look at what we can do to gain the 1% to actually increase his time by 40 minutes. Also, the exact framework Luke implemented to go from 22% body fat down to 8% body fat whilst working 80-hour weeks and navigating meals he couldn't even control whilst at work and being fed food that he had no control about or did not know that was getting served to him on a daily basis, given the nature of his work, which is absolutely incredible. But we only could do this by the support system that we had in place and the level of communication that was needed to allow these results to happen. Now, if you've watched this far and don't act, nothing changes. You'll keep waking up tired, keep avoiding your reflection, and keep saying next week. And you'll keep wondering what could have happened if you just backed yourself. This is for lads who are done feeling stuck, who want to be proud of the body and the effort, and who they want to see in the mirror on a daily basis. Click the link on the screen or in the description of this video and fill in the form. If you're a good fit, we'll jump on a quick call, no pressure, just straight up chat to see if this is right for you. But remember, if you keep scrolling, you already know how that story ends. If you're ready to break the cycle, you know exactly what to do, fella.